Alright, welcome back everyone to another episode of Before We Leave. I hope that everyone is doing great today. I know that I am. Today is May the 28th of 2020. And yeah, we're getting a little bit of recording done today. It's a nice day here in northern Ohio. A little bit rainy, a little bit humid, but otherwise I will take the nice, what does it say it is right now? I think it says it's about 70 degrees outside. I will take it. Here in Ohio, we don't usually get very defined seasons, and the weather fluctuates quite a bit. So when we get a good couple of days with nice high temperatures, I will definitely take it. I'm sure by the end of the summer, I'm going to be hating it and begging for some fall weather. Which fall here, if you've never experienced it in an Ohio region or just in a more northern region, it is beautiful. The leaves change and like the smells and like the cool breezes and just the scenery in general is amazing. So um I'm personally into traveling a lot, so but anywho, that's beside the point. That's not what we're talking about today. I'm going off on a tangent. So we're jumping back into our game here to continue on with getting our oil production up and running. I know that's where we last left off at. I do also want to mention, for those of you who are watching, right now on the Epic Game Store where you can purchase this game, you can also get Borderlands The Handsome Collection for free right now. Previously, they had the likes of GTA 5 for free. They had Civilization 4, 6, Civilization, one of the Civilization games for free, one of the newer ones. And then now they have Borderlands The Handsome Collection for free if you have an Epic Games account. I did pick that up today, so I'll probably be playing it at some point. We've played the original Borderlands on the channel. I've live streamed Borderlands 3 and I've played a little bit of Borderlands 3 on the channel as well. So it would be kind of cool to go back and do Borderlands 2 as well as the pre-sequel. I love that series a lot. It never got that many views realistically, but it still was a fun game to play regardless. But anywho, I am babbling on per normal. Let's see what we need to get done for today on our island number 3. Now, in the last episode, we did get some stuff set up, and we did get a shipping lane up and going between our first island and this island, which is awesome. I believe that it's bringing... What is it bringing? It's bringing all of the green research to this island and then some tools. So basically, I have it set up so that it will make sure that there's at least 40 tools on our island and at least 40 tools back on our base island. I think that is plenty. I don't think we'll run into any problems there. Now we'll probably want to get another ship produced, so let's actually head over here to our shipwright and get another trade ship probably up and going. I'll get it started there because I don't think it hurts to have another one built so we can get another trade line going in here. But we are going to want to start getting into the oil production like I mentioned. Now, since we are bringing some of the green research over to this island, we could start looking into more research in general. So we do have cooking, we have fountains, and then we have steel. So I don't know if we need steel just yet. I'm gonna go with steel. We'll start on that one. We'll also have those two. We also have pollution cleaner that we need to get going, and we need to get a explorer's hut up and going. Actually, we already have one going. I forgot. We did get that in the last episode. So we are getting more red research. We ran out of red research on our second island. So I'm just trying to consolidate most of our research to the island that we are focusing on at this point in time, which is our third island. But anywho, so we have a lot of things up and running over here. What is this guy not happy for? They need better clothing. Well, I think most of them are getting decent clothing. I think I brought over some clothing. We could get some iron production going on here. We have our glass production going on our second island, so we don't need it here. Once we get steel up and going, we'll have it on the other island as well. We'll ship it over to our second island where our spaceship is. But really, this is going to just be a resource island. We just need the oil from here, as well as the research. Don't get me wrong, we do need the red research to continue down that path, but mainly we need oil. So we have a little bit of oil here, and I believe we have an oil production facility, right? Yes, right here. We have a fuel refinery, but we do need glass for it. So I guess we do need to wait on this ship getting built here. How we doing? What's going on? Unhappy workers. Why y'all unhappy? Y'all are unhappy for no reason. Why are you unhappy? Unhappy workers. Why? Or a party. Interesting. I wonder how you do a party. Be kind of cool to find out. Oh, there we go. And our ship, the Ares, is produced and ready to go. It's not going to be that. We're going to change it. What are we thinking here? What would be a good name for a ship? The Free Throw. Right? Free Throw. Yeah. Cool. So there's a nice little meme out on the interwebs for those of you who are watching that Shaquille O'Neal, the famous NBA basketball player, for those of you who know him, that is obviously a game played here in the United States. He played on the Lakers for a number of years and then went to many different teams after that. I believe overall he's just retired from it now. But he supposedly has a boat that he has named Free Throw because he will never sink it. Just like the three throws that he would have in games. He was notorious for not having a good free throw score, record, statistics. And so, yeah, he named his boat that because he knew he would never sink it. I think it's pretty funny. So we're going to go with that nice little meme. So it says we have 38 glass here. Now I'm a little concerned. I feel like our trading hasn't been 100% accurate on the amount of resources that we have here. I want this one. Where is our glass? So we do have 38. Okay. Because when we go in here, you can see, oh, well, now it says it right. So the next steps do have 38 on it. The port doesn't have any though. And I think we needed 15, I believe. Right? Let me take a peek at this. Yeah, we need 15 glass. So that's what I'm going to send over that way. Actually, I might do a little bit more. I might do like 25. And then they'll get that loaded up here. It's just going to take a hot minute. But yeah, once we get this loaded up, we can take it back to our other island. And then we can get the ball rolling on getting our refinery up and going. Alright, so we got our glass over to our third island here, the next steps, and our steel research actually has completed as well. So we could get some more research going here. Looks like we can now do oil power, if that's what we so do choose. Or we could do fountains, we could do cooking, or pollution cleaner. We're not there yet. So maybe we'll do fountains. Would it look pretty cool if we had some fountains going on? And that kind of leads into two more things. Cooking leads into a few more down the line, or it leads down to one or two more. Really, the oil power is probably going to be leading us to one of the better things. Let's do fountains. Why not? Ooh, we don't have enough red research. How much? Oh, we have 24. Okay, so we can't do anything at this point in time. So we actually have to put a hold on that. So let's transfer all of our glass from there over to the island, which is perfect. Do we really not have like any resources on this island? I feel like we're really struggling over here. We do have our steel smelter now, which is pretty awesome. Okay, that boat just went through the other boat. That's pretty funny. Okay. Yeah, we're not doing good on stone, but I thought I put in, yeah, I put in this here. No storage space. Ah, that would probably do it. So we definitely need to get a warehouse up and going. And I think I mentioned it in the last episode that we should get a warehouse going up on this island. So let's find a good place for this and get her set in here. We might want to kind of expand this way a little bit. Maybe put some warehouses over here. Well, we could put one right here, actually. Or, I never thought to put one up there. It would be kind of cool. Not like it really matters, does it? We could put one. Ooh. Alright, let me get a little bit of a road here. And then we're going to grab a warehouse. And we're going to place that bad boy right up there. Up top here. So something a little bit different. Putting some buildings up here. I feel like that's not really... You know, it's not something we're typical of doing. We typically have most of our buildings on the main plateaus here. We don't really go up here into the higher altitude to get things set up, but I think that would be really good for us, and it'll allow us to store more stuff, because that's what we're running into right now, is we don't have storage space for anything. Because everything that's getting collected for use in production of any kind of homestead or just anything in general is requiring, all those resources are being stored in that specific resource gatherer's place. So that is very, very limited. And so getting a warehouse up and going is pretty essential so we can divvy up some of this stuff. Now, I think it's a little bit funny, and it'll be interesting to see how we progress through this game, but this island is expansive. I mean, look at how big it is. There's also this little portion over here. But for the most part, we try to keep everything relatively close to one another. We're not really spreading out too far, which I think is a good idea to go with, because realistically, you don't want to have your peeps roaming halfway across the island just to do something. But it'll just be interesting to see how ultimately the series goes and how they want you to do stuff. And it'll also be interesting to see if you get to the point where you can have even bigger colonies. I mean, obviously we could ramp up our islands to have, you know, like a ton of people on them if we wanted to. We could have 50, 60, 100 peeps on an island. But what would the real, you know, benefit of that be if eventually, you know, you're just going to really run out of resources? Now, I could see it being that you get to a planet where maybe an island is habitable and the other one is not. So you have to have your peeps kind of live. Let me pause my game while I go on my rant here. You have to have your peeps on an island where they can thrive, and you have food production maybe, and just their housing, and then all the other resources are on other islands, so you kind of have to send them to that island. That'd be kind of a cool take on things, but I don't think it's going to go that way. But anywho, that's just me just speculating. So let's get some storage for our stuff in here. So we want definitely wood and stone. And then we're eventually going to want oil, so I'll divvy that up to make sure that we have space for oil. But then I'll probably create another warehouse somewhere down in the flats here that we can stick a some of our food and water production, because obviously we need to have somewhere for that. And really, we could probably stick it out here if we nixed out some of this. Well, actually, I was thinking we'd loop around there and have more, yeah, and have more orchards and stuff all through here. If we looped this around like so. Yeah, so like this. So maybe we would have a warehouse right there and keep a bunch of food in it. Or we could have one right there. We can nix out these boys right there, because I don't think we're getting any pollution that far away. Yeah, we're not getting any pollution that far away. So we could stick a warehouse right there and keep food in it, which would not be too shabby. But anywho, so we got that up and running. We got that. Those guys are taking out some stuff. What do we got here? What's wrong up here? Not enough workers. Okay, we're running into the point where we might need to get a couple more workers onto the island. We have our school going. We only have 2 houses though, so we're going to want to get some more up here. So we probably could loop back this way if we nix out this and that. So we'll get rid of those. We'll get a road coming this way so that we could have, or we could do it like, ooh, yeah, we could do it like this. Have a bridge come across here. That would be pretty dope. We don't often do bridges, so why not do a bridge? But we do need to get the road in there first. Alright, we're gonna do that like so, and then in here we will have the bridge. And we should be able to get it going once they tear that down. Once they wiggle those last few trees out of there. There we go. So they should build it across, which will be really cool. I'm excited to see this. I love doing bridges. We did it on one of our islands. I think it was on our second island we put a bridge in. And I just think it's cool. It's a cool aspect to it that you don't really get to use that often. But anyway, we're going to want to get some houses back in here. So I think it'd be cool to have, you know, a couple houses here. Realistically, it's probably best if we had kind of looped around this instead, so that we could utilize more of the space instead of going straight across. Because now we can really only use these ones, I guess. Well, we could go across and then kind of branch off that way and branch off that way, which would be fine. Yeah, we'll do that. I'm not too worried about it. All right, let's kick it up into like second gear maybe and get that going. And then we're also at the point where we can get the fuel refinery going. So we're going to want to get that going. Now this bad boy, it does cause extremely heavy pollution, and the happiness decrease is pretty insane. There's 3. It's at 3 bars, so I'm guessing it's more than some of the other ones. As you can see, for the steel smelter, it was only 2. This one's 3, so they're really not going to enjoy this, unfortunately. And it creates, oh yeah, the pollution is just massive. Holy smokes. Which is extremely unfortunate. I think really, yeah. And it has to, I mean, it has to face a road. I mean, we could stick it way out here, but look at how much it's going to cost. Now, we're going to probably want the pollution cleaner in general. But let's actually get a road coming in here. No, I don't want it there. Yeah, we're going to keep that going that way. And then we'll probably stick it right back here. So, fuel refinery, because it has to be, I believe it has to be adjacent. I mean, it would make the most sense that it would need to be next to it. But it doesn't say that it needs to. It does not say that it needs to be. So would it be better if we stuck it really far away? And I don't believe we can make bridges. What is happening? I don't think we can make a bridge like that. I think it has to. Yeah, unfortunate. Because I think this is a little bit lower down right here. Maybe. It doesn't need to be there. Like, does it need to be that close? Because if it doesn't need to be that close, then I'm going to stick this bad boy way out here. But I don't want to get to the point where... Okay, it needs to face the road. It doesn't... It really doesn't say. It just needs oil... and that. But okay, so is there a collector for this then? Where's resource gathering? This is what we want, the oil well. The oil well has to go right next to it. That's what we need first. Okay. That makes sense, that it needs to be right next to it. And how do we want this? Because if we put it here, it probably is going to be the least amount of pollution over here. So let's nix that out. Let's get a road coming straight out here. Once that gets nixed out, then we'll be good to go. So we're going to get one there, one there. like so. So we can get some houses going out here. Get a house going here. Booyah. And then once that gets taken out, we can get the the oil well first. Yeah, perfect. I don't think it really matters which one it comes off of. So I'll just do that like so. So it kind of loops back over like so. But yeah, we need to do that first. And then now the oil refinery does not need to be close. So we could stick that bad boy as far away as we really wanted to. Realistically, we could come... I'm keep hitting the wrong button here. We could come all the way out here, right, with our oil refinery or fuel refinery, and stick it out here, and then we really wouldn't be affecting too much. Or we could stick it right here and it wouldn't be affecting that much either. Actually, it's not a bad idea. Maybe we'll do that. So we're going to want to take out a few things here. We're going to want that taken out, and we're going to want that taken out. What doesn't it have? Enough iron. You need more iron? Seriously? I'm surprised they let me build it without any iron then. Well, let's go then to our first island, because I believe we have... Don't we have iron production on this island? We do, but we just don't have much iron here. That's weird. So maybe it would be best if we just got iron production set up on this island, that we're grabbing it. Well, it gives us the iron ore, and then we actually have to set up an iron production here. We'll get one set up. And then what we'll do... I don't think iron ore... That's sand. Iron ore is a thing on here. But all of the iron ore is going to go to the smeltery. And then we're going to turn it into normal iron once we have that up and going. So we'll have to wait on that. Yeah, but I'm kind of surprised that we don't have any iron on our first island here on the start. Well, we have 8 now, but I'm guessing what's happening is... Oh, and we actually might want another one going soon, too. Because we're running out of... Quickly running out of iron ore supplies there. Now, these bad boys are doing fine. Getting plenty of stone. It's just unfortunately our iron is not doing too hot. $152 left in there. This bad boy is taking power in that, so we do need power though. Alright. So maybe what we'll do is we'll set up this boat. Let's go into here, manage shipping. Add a lane. So between the next steps and the start. Yep. Do we not do that? Oh, you can't have more than one to the same island. So, okay. Let's edit this. Because it's moving all of those. And then I want to send back iron ore. We don't have iron, but we have iron ore. Now, where is the iron ore? Yes. So let's not reserve any. Let's just send all of it to the, yeah. Send all of our iron ore back to the start. Yes, I think that is a good path to take. So then what we'll do is every time we get iron ore, it'll send it back. And then, you know what, actually, let's edit the, where's our, yeah, free throw. Let's go to our start here. We'll come back over here, and then what we'll do is we'll just grab what iron we can get. So iron, we only have 8. Maybe it's because we don't have storage for it. Do I have a warehouse set up with iron being held in it? That is the question. No, so this is food storage. Food, yeah, food and drink. This is, and I should name these actually. Warehouse, food, and drink. Oh, can't do it. Food, drink, cool. So now we know that's food and drink. This one has stone, only stone. Okay, and then what's the last one have? Tools and wood. Okay, so this one has a ton of stone in it, but I don't think we need that much. So let's change this to have iron as well. I think we can do iron, can we not? Iron. Cool, so it'll do those. I guess we could get another warehouse up and going if we wanted to. Holy smokes, look at that pollution! So that's what happens over time. It just gets so dark like that. Wow, okay. I mean, at least we know now. Holy smokes. That is pretty crazy. Let's take out that, because I'll get in another warehouse probably back there. Alright, cool. And I want to put in another warehouse. Because this one has now, yeah. That'll hold iron. Well, I'll take it off of there. We'll let it keep with just stone. That'll be stone. Cool. And then once this one gets built, we'll keep iron in this one. I guess it looked a lot darker at night. It still is quite dark, so that's what the pollution will do to you. That's crazy. Alright, we need to pick this, so we're going to do iron, and we're going to do iron ore. Cool beans. So those both will be in there, and they'll stockpile, so we should be able to... we should be able to, we should be able to get that production going a little bit quicker, which is good. That's what I want to happen. Quicker production. Alright, so our ship, our free throw has all of that, so we can bring him back to port here and transfer all of the iron over. Now, it's kind of funny. I've noticed that the shipping lanes go way... well, maybe not. It looked like the shipping lanes go a little bit quicker than what your normal ships would go when you're trading stuff between islands. But it looks like actually it's about the same. It's not too different. But this is really good. We'll have all of our... there we go. I'm just going to move him over into the bay here. We'll have all of our resources that we need. We'll get some of this iron from up here, and that will all then be sent back to our starting island, and we can get that production going over there. Okay, our autosave was complete like it said. We got the warehouse on the first island. Yep, which we've already designated. How's it doing? Looks like we're already stocking up pretty well. I know some of that iron is going to then be used to make tools, which is fine. Tools are extremely useful for us. We definitely need those. So let's kick up production here a little bit to get the ball rolling on that. Now I did want to get the road coming in here, because we're going to have it come right back here to our oil refinery, but we're also going to need some power going on this island. And look at that, we're almost out. There's only 4 of the ancient technology, the red research, left on that little block there. That should get going, and we should have enough peeps available for all posts. So we're definitely going to want to get another couple houses going in here to get people. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. Cancel that. Did not mean to do that. House, I wanted to put one right here, and we'll get a couple houses going over here. Now this, I don't know why they're taking so long. They're waiting for resources. I guess it's just a long trek for them to get all the way out here. I guess it would have made more sense if we came along this side over to it, but it is what it is. No worries. Okay, we almost have everything we need. Alright, we're almost there. And we have our pump up and going. It's actually kind of comical because I made it right on the cliffside there. So it's hanging off a little bit there. But this should be going once we get power. That's what's going to get us. We need power from wood generation. It's all we currently have that we can use. Now let me bump this down a little bit so we can figure out what we would do with that. So power is going to create a decent amount of pollution regardless, and maybe it would be best to actually have it stuck out here next to it. Yeah, it'd probably make most sense to stick a power plant right out here. So let me get that cleaned up. Let's get a power plant down, and then we're going to call it an episode there. Alright, and just like that, we have our power plant up and going here, and we have our oil well going as well. It just is going to take a little bit of time. Once this gets a little bit more power going, there you go. Our oil well is going to start going there. I don't know if it makes any animations. It doesn't. So far, it's not. I'm just a little curious. I want to see. It'd be really cool if they did. I don't see why they wouldn't have an animation for the oil well. But I guess we'll see pretty quickly if we start getting oil. Oh, there we go. We got the animation. Oh, that's so sick. But unfortunately, that guy is not happy at all, which I don't blame him, because realistically, what we're going to want to have going next is the pollution scrubber, so we can clean up some of the pollution that's going to be over here, because we're definitely going to have a lot. And oh, look at that. That's so cool. You got a little barrel of oil there that's sitting right on the platform there. That's so cool. But anyway, we're going to wrap up the episode there. So we didn't get to oil refining today, but we did get our oil well up and going. We got some power on this island as well. And we got a couple more of our shipping lane items figured out. So now we can send all of our iron ore back to our first island to produce some iron ingots for us. So guys, be prepared. Next episode, we're getting refining up and going. We're going to research that pollution scrubber, and we're going to see what our next steps are. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. If you did, feel free to leave a like down below, or better yet, leave me a comment. I love reading through all of your comments. If you're new to the channel, you want to follow along, hit that subscribe button and bell notification. It'll let you know every single time an episode is posted to the channel. Right now, we do have 3 different series going on. We have Before We Leave, which you're watching right now. we have Crashlands, and we have MC Eternal. They all rotate in an order like that. So every third day, you're going to see an episode in a respective series. I do stream on Twitch. We're going to try to get a more regular schedule going. Probably Friday afternoons between 12 p.m. and 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Somewhere in that range, I'll probably be streaming. No guarantees on what games, but if you're interested in that, the link is in the description as well. But other than that, guys, thank you for sticking through till the end. I will catch you all in the next episode. Thanks. Bye.